Alright people, at the time I could only buy a 54-inch shaft trolling motor. This thing is huge. It's so big, if I go to mount it, it's going to end up hitting my throttle controls. I won't be able to go in reverse. Because the headpiece will get in the way. So I'm not going to have full control. To remedy that, I'm going to have to cut the shaft. Prepare for the circumcision. Alright, I've already measured it out. And the last trolling motor I had was a 42-inch shaft, and that worked perfect. So I've already measured it from the base here all the way over here. And I just slid this collar up. Right here is going to be 42. Oh, I didn't tighten it down. Let me tighten that down. Let me go ahead and tighten that down. And that's going to be my marker right there. I'm going to use a hacksaw and go all the way around the thing. But first I got to loosen up all these screws. Cut the wire back. Let's get to it. There we go. Okay, let's see what we got in here. I've never done this before. Oh, there's a quick disconnect. Let's get on the other side, shall we? Alright, so what are we dealing with here? All we really have all you have is two wires going in there. And that's it. Alright, so we can just, this has a quick disconnect. That's what the GPS looks like. Come on, man. Oh yeah. There we go. Put that up so we don't scar that up. Put that up out of the way. Okay. I have to pick up these screws. Put the screws to the side. Get all your screws. Now, what else we got? Now, that's the GPS. And here's our wires. So all we got to do is cut it. Give any light. Let me cut the red and black. Close as I can. Okay, that one's gone. Red's cut. And then that's cut. There we go. No turning back now. So, now we gotta pull this off. There it is. Oh my. That shaft is aluminum. I don't know if you can see that. Yeah, that's aluminum. Pretty crazy indeed. Most of them are graphite shafts, so they can flex and bend. I was wondering why this thing was so rigid. Yeah, well that's a flaw, because you want some flex in there. Note to self, don't hit anything, you're going to bend it. It won't give. Yeah, alright. Okay, now that we've got that cut, the head unit's removed, what I'm going to do, this right here This right here is my mark where I want to cut it. So what I'm going to do, go like this. Just to make a mark. Look at that, that's aluminum. Man, that's a tough shaft. Holy smoke, that's overkill. Like I said, once you bend it, it's done. It's gonna be done. I don't like that. I wish it was a graphite, you know, shaft like Minn Kota uses. Like my old Minn Kota Traxxas. That thing was awesome. But it doesn't have spot lock. The whole reason I'm going with this, spot lock and the wireless remote. This should be a big upgrade. I hope I don't regret it. Alright, let me show you a tool. It's for cutting EMT, for cutting conduit. Alright, I'm getting down and dirty with this thing. Let me loosen this collar. The collar was marking where I want to cut the shaft. Alright, the mark is right here. Here we go. Put on the mark. Start to crank it up. You lightly tighten it just snug. Just snug. And then you go around. Oh my gosh. I advise everyone to have a nice clean garage before you start this. Oh, hold on. Let's get on there real good. Okay. I'm on my mark. As you turn, do a couple turns, then you tighten just a little bit. You turn it, you tighten. Keep going. Tighten. Keep turning. And it starts getting looser, tighten just a little bit. Another eighth of a turn or so. And then tighten it again. Do a couple turns. Go, just keep on going. And tighten again. It's been probably 2 years since I used this tool, maybe 3. So don't be knocking the delivery, the execution. Don't be making fun of my execution on this. Okay? We're gonna get the job done. We're gonna get the job done together. Okay? It's working. We're cranking. It's going. Let me crank it. Ooh yeah. Ooh. We're gonna do this. We're in this together. Crank it. It's coming. Good thing about this, let me take a break real quick. Good thing about this, when this cuts, it's gonna be a super clean finish. You wait, you'll see. Honest, I promise. No, no. Oh, I see. My tool's falling apart. That's my problem. I got a nick in the blade right there. That's why it's not working as good. Let me try to put on the good part. Knew something was up. Yeah, it should have been done by now. There's a bad spot on the wheel, the cutting wheel. Alright, let's see if we can finish this up. Nope, it's done. Alright. Well, this thing's kind of done. Don't have a replacement. Well, it was doing good. Oh man, I'm getting close too. Is there any way I can get this to work? Alright. Anyway, my tool broke, so I'm gonna use the old trusty hacksaw, and I'll be right back. I don't know if you can see the sweat. Sweating in my garage just to cut this shaft. This thing is built like a tank. This thing's a tank. Like one of them German Tiger tanks. I mean, look at this. Here we go. Look at it. Look how thick this aluminum is. That is insane. Like overkill. All that aluminum. And look. Look how they reinforce it, and it goes all the way down. All the way down. That is crazy. Let's see what I did over here. No nicks on the wires. Good, good, good. Good, good, good. Now let's see what we're working with. You know what, I need to deburr that. Indeed. I'm going to have to deburr that. Yep. Boom. Alright. Now let's check it. Oh, come on. Really? Let's go. Let's go. Oh, much better. Here we go. Here we go. Now, when we get this head back on, we gotta make sure it's lined up. Make sure the orientation is the same here, the way it's pointed, as it is over here. Okay. Okay. You can see how short it looks now compared to before. So we took out that section. That's my foot. Now that's going to work much better. Well, that's way harder to do. That's way harder to do compared to a Minn Kota. Like if you YouTube like the Riptide or the Power Drive, you can find some videos online that they've actually shortened the shaft. So that's where I got the idea, googled it, found it on YouTube, but this is a lot more work. So in the end, it's gonna be worth it. It's gonna be awesome. I have the head unit pointed in the correct direction. I'm just gonna get a pilot hole going here. I'm gonna slide this unit off. Ooh. Alright, there we go. Put the wires back in. Get the wires back through. Yeah, make sure you're not hitting the wires down there. Okay, alright, good. Give it a twist. Twist action. And voila! Got that on there. All you have to do is reconnect these wires. And I'm going to get some waterproof crimp connectors here. So we're just going to strip these back, and the tools you're going to need is some you're going to need some crimpers. This is 10 gauge wire in particular for this trolling motor. 10 gauge wire. You can, it says it right on the label right here on the cable. It's printed on the side. It tells you the gauge, so make sure you get the correct gauge waterproof butt connectors. So that's what I got here. This goes up to 10 gauge, is the biggest. And if you go to AutoZone, that's all they have. That's the biggest. So luckily it's not like 8 gauge, because we'll be screwed. Oh, other things you're going to need. Strippers, and you either need a heat gun, or I got this little portable butane torch slash soldering iron here. Get yourself a nice little Waterproof connector, butt connectors here. Black to black, red to red. Okay. Get that on real good. I don't know why. Sometimes when I'm doing something like that and squeezing, I tend to whisper. You guys ever do that? Make sure your bare wire is all the way in here, and there's like a little stop in the middle. Make sure it's always snug, pushed all the way in, and try to keep it pushed in while you crimp it. Tech tip, tech tip, tech tip. I like to spin these and make them tighter, so there's no issue trying to get it started. See, I'm pushing. Put pressure this way as I crimp. Once I feel a bite, then I can go with 2 hands and really squeeze it down properly. Proper like, you know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Okay. Okay. Very good. All right, let's let that heat up. This thing is quite convenient right here. So of course you can put your you can put different soldering tips and they screw off, and you can put different tips on here. This one's kind of is badly worn out. I need to change that tip out. But then on this side here, that hole is, ooh, it's getting hot. You can use that to do in your heat shrinking. And it's actually hot enough already. There we go. Now we're going to put this back on. Put the top of the head back on. I'm calling it the headpiece. I don't know what you call it. Put a comment. Make sure there's a notch. This is notched. There you go. So you push that, and then it's going to screw on to keep it tight. Keep that connection. It's going to seal that connection. Nice. All right, here we go.